Welcome to Midnight Madness.
I look at Midnight Madness for the novice as the gateway drug to the festival experience.
Midnight Madness, Midnight Madness, Midnight Madness, yeah.
Madness. You're gonna get it, the Midnight Madness. You're gonna get it, the Midnight Madness. You're gonna get it, the Midnight Madness. You're gonna get it.
And now the Midnight Madness Show. Here's your host, the DJ Doctor.
Well, hello, everybody. I am Mark, your DJ Doctor. We got a great show for you tonight. We're here live in Manchester, Tennessee, where it's actually warm enough. We got the balcony door on the 13th floor of the Skyrise wide open. We got pigeons flying in and coming after us. So we are getting things square and ready to go. The pre-show went really smooth and pretty awesome, really. And we got audio tape to record that, which someday we'll hopefully not ever have to play that. But sitting next to me is either a refinery or we got the Hillbilly Heart Tribe. How you doing there, Jason?
A refinery?
I'm sorry.
Am I that big?
Oh, I wasn't talking about big. Anyways. Historically. But anyways, how's it going with you?
It's wonderful.
We had a great pre-show.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did.
Some of us are scarred for the rest of our life. We need some therapy. So thank God we got some talent.
Some of us need more therapy than others.
Yes. Well, why don't you introduce who's to your extreme left?
Certainly. And we actually went to put her on the microphone today. Miss Velvet Presley.
Good afternoon.
Oh, Lord.
Beautiful weather today.
When we start moving the cord around.
Yeah. How are you guys today?
We're doing great.
Wonderful. Good to hear that.
Why don't you introduce Andy next to you?
We have the incredible, the one, the only, Mr. Andy Awesome Storm.
And there they go. They're going down to the first stretch.
Was that not a great...
You're going to have to leave the microphone still because it's...
You have to admit that was a great pre-show, and I was actually told that I need to be signed. So I might be able to open one day. Who knows?
You need to be signed?
Yeah. Somebody told me I need to go ahead and get on the next factor. That way when I go up and I'm with the judges, they can just say, next. But, I am hopeful that one day that might happen. But I'm not going to give up. I have a dream.
Well, and we're tickled to death. So,
but on other notes, we have great weather in Middle Tennessee today.
That sounds like it.
And it's been up in the 50s, but a little bit chilly here in the Middle Tennessee area. We're going to look at the highs the next few days, probably close to 56 degrees with some low temps in the 30s at night.
Probably, Charlie.
Probably it could be a little fluctuation there between 30 to 40 degrees early in the morning with a slight frost.
Try 27.
On Thursday, there's possibility of a frost in the early morning. But for most of the week, we're going to see a lot of sunshine approaching the weekend. We will have more sunshine leading into the next week. So we do have something to be happy about. Spring is on its way. Are you hopping along, too, like the Easter Bunny?
We are hopping. Thank you, accurate Andy Storm, for that wonderful forecast that means nothing to anybody outside of Middle Tennessee. But I know we want to thank Velvet Presley for sitting in with us tonight. She just got off of having Class A flu, so
oh Lord,
she was pretty bad a week or two ago.
Stay away from her, Andy. Stay away from her.
Well, we have a class act sitting in with us again tonight, and we want to thank Charlie for
Wait,
I ain't done nothing yet.
I don't know how you didn't take off running when you heard the pre-show. I was about ready to take off running.
I mean, free. What's that? Free?
Yeah. It's a free show. And then, we can't forget the man, the myth, the legend, the guy who runs the whole thing from his office high up on, Mount Olympus down there, Brian, the IT guru. How you doing, Brian?
Doing good.
Mount Olympus / Pulaski, same thing. But we got a lot of stuff going on in the works. Brian's been working hard. Got a lot of shows coming up, so you're going to see a whole new crazy busy 2019 for WFNCJams.com. So buckle up, go for the ride with us. But Jason, why don't you introduce our guest tonight if he hasn't ran off already?
I've tried running him off a million times, but he keeps coming back.
Andy tried a minute ago.
We have the one and only Mr. Charlie Allen.
How you doing, Charlie?
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. For that round of indifference, I really do.
That round of indifference. We clapped like we almost meant it there. Did you hear that?
Oh, that was pretty good, wasn't it?
So how you doing, Charlie?
I'm doing great.
Last time you were on the show, we had a huge blast of people getting involved, so we want to thank you for that. So
I appreciate that. Yeah, that's a lot of fun, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's always fun when you're on board. So this show is going to get away from us, so let's go ahead, kick off a tune for us real quick.
Do I really have to? Can we talk a little bit or something before we start singing?
You want to chat first? You want to tell us your feelings?
Yeah. I want to call Mama up.
You want to call Mom?
Yeah, let's give her a call.
I don't have her number. Don't give it over the air, though.
Okay, all right.
People in Guam will start calling your mom.
She'd love it. She'd talk to him all night.
Yeah, I'd love to talk to his mom.
All right, let me see if I can.
So while Charlie's getting the phone number up, can you send it to Brian? Text it to Brian.
Just type it on the screen.
Oh, okay. We got over here on the monitor. We'll type it on the screen. So you pull up her number, and Jason will Jason will do it for you. So people that are out there, we got a lot of new shows coming up. We got Randy's. Rockin' Randy Fincham has a new show that he's doing the third Monday of the month from Smokehouse Mont Eagle, and
it didn't go in, did it, Brian?
He's doing a songwriter round up there. That's a pretty cool thing. So we're having a revolving Monday show. Jason Adams has the first Monday of the month.
We'll do it this way.
Crystal Creek is doing the second Monday of the month. Rockin' Randy's doing the third Monday of the month, and soon to be a fourth writers round will be picking up on a Monday. So, and then from there on, it snowballs the rest of the week. So, I hope I stalled enough time. Those coming up, viewers are dropping because we don't have an artist up there. But is that the phone number we got on there, Brian? You can see all that.
Give Mama a call.
Yep.
We're going to try to give. Now this could be scary. Now
I know.
You answer.
You want to say it? Get
you
her
answer.
Going.
Hello.
Hello, Mama.
Hello, honey. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Pretty good, I reckon.
Well, I'm here with the famous Andy Pardon, the one you talked to for about 15 minutes.
Oh, my goodness. How great.
Now what?
How are you doing?
Well, I'm doing fantastic. I'm down here in Manchester with Charlie here at the radio station, and we're having a good old time. We actually sung some songs earlier, and Charlie.
Boy, Ma, I tell you, you loved it.
Yeah. I tried to sing a little bit of Bryan Adams with a little bit of hillbilly in the middle of it, but it worked out okay. I think I did a great job.
Oh, I'm sure it did. I bet it sounded beautiful.
Oh, yeah, it did. It sounded good, actually. I mean, Charlie said I need to be signed somewhere. I need to get a recording made or something. But I don't know. I told her I think I'll go on the Next Factor. You know, that way when I stand up and sing, they'll say next. How's it going up there in your neck of the woods?
Pretty good.
Is
pretty
it?
Good.
Yeah. Is the weather pretty nice up there? It's been real cold, I guess.
Pretty cold, let me tell you.
Yeah, I bet you've had some frost up there early in the morning, up in that area.
Yeah, Yes, we did. We had fog this morning.
Oh, you did?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir, we sure did.
Yeah, but there's one thing about
How have you been?
Oh, me, I've just been, staying real busy myself. The radio station, we're doing really good down here. We've had some fantastic artists. We have that have been coming on the show. Met up with some artists over the weekend. We got to meet with Credenda, and we even saw Patsy Trigg this past weekend at Jason Adams' birthday party, and that was wonderful.
I bet it was.
Yeah, we had a good time there. Patsy even got drug up on stage to sing her song, but everybody remembers her song. Grandma Got Ran Over by a Reindeer, or the one she sung.
Oh, Lord.
Hey, you remember that, Mark?
What's that?
About the reindeer.
Oh, I remember the song. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, does Mama know she's live on the air?
Oh, yes.
Oh, okay.
She's sharp. She knows what's going on.
As long as your son forewarned you that you were live on the air with all of his hoodlums over here. If you have access to Facebook, your son's on camera on Facebook Live on our website, our Facebook page. So you can actually see your son, see if he dressed nice, see if he's got his hat straight.
My hat ain't straight.
That's a country thing, though. Well,
nice.
It's a pleasure. I can't believe I've known your son for 10 years, probably now. 10 years.
Yeah.
First time I ever got to talk to Mama.
Well, there you go.
Well, it's a pleasure talking to you there, sir.
Now, you got a heck of a young boy here. He does a great job in the music business, but he gets that right because you were into the music business for a long time, weren't you?
Yes, sir.
Kind of give us a little history. What did you do? How did you get started in it?
My stepfather, he was on WOPI, and he was cousin to Tennessee Ernie Ford.
Oh, wow.
And my mother married into that family.
Mm-hmm.
And so anyway, I watched him play the guitar and stuff, and one day something said to me, if you go in there and sit down on the couch, you'll be able to play that guitar too. Well, I did, and I started playing the guitar and stuff, and before that, I was on Farmer Fun Time. I guess you've heard of that.
Right.
Hee Haw, Grand Ole Opry.
You were on the Grand Ole Opry?
Do what, sir?
Were you on the Grand Ole Opry?
No, sir.
No,
sir. I've never been on the Grand Ole Opry.
Okay.
But I am a legend back here in my town and a star. And I'm on Radio Bristol 101. And I also done a stage show here, I think it was in December, with Jesse McReynolds down there. And a whole bunch of Nashville stars. But they said that night, and I don't want you to think I'm bragging, but they said that night, you are the star. You are the people. You are the person that the people's coming to see tonight. And they had to pay $55 to get in.
Lord have mercy. That's pretty daggone good.
Yeah.
I thought it was. I really was. And this person, though, George Osmond, he thought I was good enough to be on Farm Fun Time, which was on the radio at the time. And it was WCYB radio.
Mm-hmm.
Well, anyway, my mother and my stepfather, that's Candy Tennessee Ernie Ford, took me down there with him, and I tried out my audition on there, and so they liked me. So I was on there on Farm Fun Time. There was Carter and Ralph Stanley and Clinch Mountain Boys. There was Jim and Jesse McReynolds. There was Flat and Scruggs, and there was Curly King and the Hilltoppers, and I could just keep on naming them as far as that goes.
Oh yeah. Well, it kind of rubbed off because your son's rubbed elbows with quite a few of them big names. Even as a young child, I've seen pictures of him with Ray Price and Charlie Pride and all those. Back when Charlie had no hair. He had that crew cut thing going on that was famous for us way back then. Yeah.
And I tell you what there, sir. Me and Charlie has been in the country music days around here and stuff, playing right down on State Street on a flatbedded truck in the red hot sun. And we signed autographs all day,
Oh, yeah.
And so Charlie, if there ever was a star, he's one. Because he sang with all your big stars. He's fronted for them and everything else, and they love him to death. Steven Seagal.
Now, Mom, get off of that. Don't start. Don't go there.
I'm telling him the truth.
Don't go there.
Well,
Okay.
Charlie's well known around in Nashville, and I know that for a fact because I've been in there with him several times with Charlie, and some of the bigger names have come over and shook hands with Charlie and talked to him. There's a difference when you see somebody do a business handshake where they go, "Hey, how you doing?" They shake hands, and you're acquainted of them. And there's a difference when they're like family to you, and the big hugs come out, and they shake each other's hands. And Charlie's on that level with a lot of those people there. So. It's pretty cool to hang out with Charlie, and big names come over and talk to him, and then they ask me to park their car for him. So that's pretty cool.
And he gets the guitar that I don't ever get to see after he goes into the.
Yeah, that was your fault.
I know. I had no clue what was going on.
Yeah. Charlie and I did a show in Florida together, and Charlie decided he needed to go to the restroom, and I ended up. Got to hold a Hall of Fame guitar. So we'll let Charlie live that one down.
Oh, boy, I tell you. Hey, speaking of that, he called me today.
Who's that?
Joey, that works a little bit with Van Zandt and Skinner. And they're doing a big writers thing in Georgia.
Oh, cool.
And there's going to be a lot of big producers that's going to be producing one song, the ones that win the writers,
Right.
You know how that goes.
Yeah. Are you going to be part of that?
I am. I'm going to be a part of it. I think Tony Stampley's going to be a part of it.
Okay.
There's quite a few artists, and there's a couple of stars that's going to be there, too.
I saw a poster of you, I don't know how long ago it was. It was a 4-person billing. And again, Charlie, I don't know how long, but it was Mark from Leonard Skinner.
Oh, yeah. That was fun. We had a blast.
Yeah, I can't remember. There were 2 other people on there. I didn't recognize their names, but correct me if I'm wrong. It was Mark that we played with down in Florida, was it not?
The drummer with Alabama.
No. That's Mark Herndon. We
Sparky
played with him.
is the lead guitarist for Skinner.
Right, but the gentleman that played with us down in Florida.
Right.
I believe that was Mark also. With the long blonde hair.
I can't remember.
I've got the pictures.
It's like
I think
a guitar,
But all I just remember was the monitor system that day was just causing us headaches. But
oh Lord, that's something, wasn't it?
Oh yeah. So Charlie, did you play with your mom all as you're growing up? Did you get to play as an adult with mom?
Yeah, we played quite a few shows together, and I learned a lot, from her basically. And
Mom's got quite the background.
Yeah, she really does, and she hung out with everybody and would work with me for hours and work with me on school, and it's just amazing what she did, And I'd hear her in there singing, and I go, "What does that mean?" And she goes, "Well, we can't talk about that."
He's a curious little bugger.
Yeah.
So now, are you from Bristol originally?
Who, me?
Yes, I'm sorry.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you're there at the start of country music was in that neck of the woods in Bristol.
Oh, yes, yes,
So-
sir. Sure was.
So you're probably not even around when it started yet. You probably came in right at the tail end of the big start. You're probably not old enough to be there at the beginning, that's for sure.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you, I am proud of what I've done, and I also have a sign that said Foreman Funtime Honorary. That's me, and they've got a street named of it, of Foreman Funtime, that leads to Foreman Funtime. and it was from the Rhythm and Roots. So I am really proud of that sign, too. I also have a certificate from them where they inducted me into the Hall of Fame here in Bristol at Bristol Country Music Museum, which is Radio Bristol. I have my own radio show there, too, sir.
Oh,
and
cool.
Every month.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, last time we talked, I think I'm supposed to be making a trip up there. Maybe some of the crew here, we can come up and join you. I think you mentioned that to me. That I need to come on air with you there in Bristol.
Well, I tell you what, I'll have to talk to Chris about this and see, about what he says, because he's my boss.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, just ask him, And
Why, you're greatly welcome.
yeah, maybe me and Charlie and Jason here, and maybe some of us can make our way up there. And who knows who else might want to come down? And you never know.
Well, you just never know about them things, do you?
No.
And I tell you what, Charlie was with Darryl Worley at the Paramount Theater, and I guess you're acquainted with that.
Yes, I have heard of that, and I do know Darryl Worley as well.
All right. Okay, he played there, and Charlie had his own band and everything that night, and Darryl Worley was there. And the next thing, before I knew what was happening, I was sitting in the audience, and the next thing I know, people was helping me up the steps to get to the stage. And when I got up there, Darryl started hugging me and stuff. Well, first I went backstage to meet everybody. And when I went backstage, and I shook hands with him, and he looked at me and he said, unusual question, He said, how old are you? And I told him, and he said, you sure don't look it. Thank you, sir. Well, then he turned around and he said, would you pray for me? And I said, right now? He said, right now. And he told me what was wrong with him, and I said, right now. And he said, yeah, because all the stars was backstage too,
Mm-hmm.
But, the Lord said, if you be ashamed of me, I'll be ashamed of you. So I wasn't ashamed. I prayed for that man. He got healed instantly after I prayed for him, and he went out on the stage and he told everybody about me. And then the next thing I know, he said, I've got something for you, Louise. So he dedicated me a song. Then, as I started to say, the next thing I knew, they was dragging me up on the stage to sing with Darryl Worley and with Charlie and everybody there, And so he hugged me, and so he said, is anybody taking this picture? Darryl said. Well, then the other man said, Jim Cook, I think that was his name, wasn't it, Charlie?
Jim Brown.
Jim Brown, yeah. He said, well, I want some of this, too. So he came on down to hug me, too, And the other man that's in Charlie's band, he wanted to hug me, too, but he was in the far back, so he couldn't get up there to me. But anyway, we all ended up singing I Saw the Light on that stage. And I'm telling you the truth, the people went wild, and they surely did. I mean, Charles and all of them were just fantastic. They were holding to the stage, believe it or not, standing out there as our fans and stuff.
Hey, I'm going to tell them a story, Mom. One day I called Mom, and she said, I'm scared, son. And I said, well, what's wrong? And she said, well, it's lightning, and it's thundering, and it's coming a big storm. And I said, Mom, don't be scared. That's just God taking pictures tonight. And
that's the truth.
Hence, there's the song.
And that's a song that I wrote, and I'm going to do it right here for you, okay?
That'll work.
You know, stray a little far away from the good book,
Played around and done some things I ain't too proud of. For every wrong I've done, I hope I do a little more right. And I sure hope he sees it that way tonight. 'Cause God's taking pictures tonight. Lightning flashing across the midnight sky. He's got a panoramic view of everything in sight. Yeah, God's taking pictures tonight. I hope he gets my good side. I was pushing 9, headed out to the 5 and dime. Stole the G.I. Joe, had to take it back 'cause it just didn't feel right. Grew up rowdy as hell, ended up one night in Coffee County Jail, drinking and thinking I was cool and bulletproof. Oh well, I hope he didn't get a shot of that. God's taking pictures tonight. Do you? Lightning flashing across the midnight sky. He's got a panoramic view, and it's all in black and white. Yeah, God's taking pictures tonight. I hope he gets my good side. Yeah, my good side.
There we go. Got his guitar mic'd up there.
Finally got it all.
First part of that was all a cappella, Charlie. So if you want to see how your voice sounds, check out the archive show. But so, Charlie, what's next for you? What do you got going on? I know you're a busy dude, so.
I'm going to Panama City. I've got 4 shows down there.
Okay. At the band or a solo artist?
No, the band. We're leaving out May 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. And so then before that, I got to be in Daytona Beach, and then I got to be in Palm Beach, and then back to Daytona, then back here, then back to Panama City. It's called the Boardwalk down there.
That's pretty cool.
Yep.
What's going on in Nashville? You got anything going on in Nashville coming up?
We've been writing a bunch of new stuff. I think I got one on hold right now. I'm pretty excited about. So we'll see. I've got 2 songs on radio right now. So
okay. Anything you can tell? Anything you can tell people? Obviously, on radio, should be able to tell, right?
Well, I mean, the craziest song I ever wrote was well, I thought it was crazy, but "We're So Country," our zip code ZIEO.
Yeah, EIO. Yes.
Well, they're shooting a video supposedly next week at the Jiffy Burger.
Oh, really?
So I'll find out more details when all this is happening. Maybe we could just show up and sit on the hood of a car or something like that.
Yeah.
That'd be really cool.
I haven't been to the Jiffy Burger in a while.
Man, they got some good groceries.
Yep. Yeah, I like their seasoned fries that they got there. Good stuff.
Yeah, my stomach. I mean, this one. You know what I mean?
Now they got the Bonnaroo burger there. They got the big Bonnaroo burger.
I know that's right. Yeah, that's a big burger.
Yep. So that's a great place. It's been around 50+ years. It's kind of a staple here in Manchester. I don't know what's going on. The Hubert Heartthrob just lost all control of himself. I think he's...
Now what's Brian doing?
Hard telling. Brian's up there doing he's trying to do a patch on the phone line here, make sure we got it going. So you're going to be shooting a video next week?
Listening to you guys, I tell you.
I'm being directed. Somebody's got to talk while I'm reading here. So dead airspace is killing. What's good?
Okay. Charlie, I think you sounded great there, son.
Thank you, Mama.
Yeah, it looks like we're about to lose guitar or radio on her. So.
All right, Mama, we got to go. We're going to lose radio. Good talking to you, honey.
All
I
right,
love you.
thank you very much, sir. I appreciate you, and I will talk to my boss about you coming down here.
Well, we appreciate it, and thank you, and we'll take after your young son up here when he's around. So we appreciate it. It was great talking to you.
Thank you very much, sir.
Well, thank you very much, and we'll talk to you in the next time around.
Thank you very much, sir. And you have a good night, because you really deserve it.
All right, I appreciate it. Thank you, and you too.
All right, bye.
Well, there you go. We got a chance to talk to Charlie's mom.
Yeah, she was really full of fire, wasn't she?
Yeah, we didn't ask any blackmail questions. We didn't ask any.
I noticed that. Yeah.
We were very nice and polite. So, but that's cool. It's nice that she's been in the business. She inspired you to get into the business at a young age. So, she's a hardworking woman in the music side of the business that inspired you to do the same thing. And you guys have the same traits. I can just listen to your mom talk, and you talk a lot. Same mannerisms as your mom. You could tell you're raised in that side of the family and those work ethics. So
well, I tell you, she really worked me hard out there on the road, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Has it paid off?
Yes, it has.
There you go. So you can blame mom on that one in a good way. So. That sounds better. Excellent. Well, yeah, hit us with another tune real quick.
All right, here's one that I love singing. It's called That's Why God Made Erasers. Everybody Makes Mistakes.
Okay.
She had her hands full. I was barely awake. She said, will you watch the baby while I put some things away? I knew it was too quiet, couldn't find her anywhere. The last place I looked, she was sitting there. She had a pencil writing all over the wall. She asked me, Daddy, are you mad at me? I said, baby, not at all. 'Cause that's why God made erasers. Everybody makes mistakes. I picked her up and held her and said, it'll be okay. You can always run to Daddy. Don't ever be afraid. That's why God made erasers. Everybody makes mistakes. The day we got a phone call from the teacher at school, said she wasn't playing well with others, so we're sending her home to you. Well, I pulled into the driveway, I put her in the car. She knew she was in trouble. Little tears fell from her heart. I said, remember what I told you just the other day. You can always run to Daddy. Don't ever be afraid. 'Cause that's why God made erasers. Everybody makes mistakes. I picked her up and held her and said, it'll be okay. You can always run to Daddy. Don't ever be afraid. That's why God made erasers. Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. 'Cause everybody makes mistakes.
Very nice. So, Charlie, I saw on your Facebook page, you've been a busy man. I love the picture of you, Johnny Garcia, and Bernie Nelson together.
Yeah.
That's just three guys shouldn't be in the same room at the same time.
I know. We had a great time. We had a great time that night.
Now, Bernie, I've just got to meet Bernie a few times the last month or so. He's exactly what you see. He's a cool old dude.
Well, he's just what you see. He's,
yeah.
You know, he's just who he is, you know. A lot of success. You would never know it by speaking to him.
Right.
You know, just down home, down earth country, you know.
Yeah, he's a good old boy. Yeah, I really like him. So got to see him, and of course, you know, Johnny Garcia. I get to meet him the time or so it's there. But you three together, that's a hoot. But I saw on your Facebook page you're in the recording studio with Johnny.
Yeah, we've been doing a little bit of recording on some new stuff.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Are you playing much out with him at all, or he's a busy young man too? I know he's busy.
He's very busy, writing and producing and opening up a new record company.
Oh, is he? Well, he's got quite a few people in his stable too. He's got some great artists that he's kind of
he sure does. Yeah.
tended to. So, so again, you can go on his Facebook page and look at his artists and make sure you get out there and check them out. So there's some good people. We're working trying to get his artists on our show also. So.
That's awesome.
So,
I'm sure he appreciates that.
And we got to get Johnny on here with us one of these nights. You got to get him down here.
Well, we will. You let me know when. You know.
Well, anytime we got a schedule freed up with Jason, we just got to get it where we can.
Oh, he's looking at his book. All right, go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let me think about that for a minute.
Call up and tell Johnny when he can play. But so yeah, he's a busy guy. So we see that you're all over everywhere. You're recording, you're writing, you're playing, living the dream.
I'm very lucky to do that. Very, very much so.
Now, are you heading anywhere else out to the northeast coast?
Well, I know
we're
going to Ireland.
Going to Ireland.
We're going to Ireland, then we're going to France.
When you and I first met, you were just coming back from Ireland.
Europe. And, we owned a festival out there for a while.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yes, we did. So we had quite a few artists out there. It was awesome.
So you're going back to Ireland. Any idea when? Do you know?
I don't know yet. I'll know in probably the next couple of weeks.
Okay. Well, that'd be cool. Say hey to my cousins out there, you know.
I will. I'll say, hey! All right, yeah. So anyway, so what I was going to tell you, Jeremy Bowman released Stupid Kind of Crazy Love.
Okay.
And are you okay? Did he fall down? He did, didn't he?
He just about did.
Oh, God.
I wish the camera was on him.
Oh,
and
man, that was good. I like that.
Jason's blushing. But so Jeremy Bowman released the song?
Yeah, and got a cool little video on it. And,
okay.
And I'll do it for you if you want to hear it.
Yeah, let's hear
we
it.
played it a few times before it ever was a.
Yeah.
You
played it at the Last Chance Saloon.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, you played it over there.
You got my back beating like a hangover, sneaking from a long, hard weekend again, all up in my head. You got my beer white up to some snuggle up, stereo up to you and me, girl, all up in this bed. This bed. I got this stupid kind of crazy love. You get me high, baby, I don't mind. Come on and light me up. I got this stupid kind of crazy love. I'm a loser my mind, baby, I don't mind. Come on and give it up. I just can't get enough of this stupid kind of crazy love. I want y'all to help me on this next verse, all right?
I'll let the singers do that.
Girl, you get me tripping when I'm sipping on your kisses, leave me twisted like a piston in an engine, and did you get all that?
Yes, yes.
Go ahead.
What was that middle part again?
Girl, you get me tripping when I'm sipping on your kisses, leave me twisted like a piston in an engine, and I'm going insane. That one.
I got the last word.
Okay. How about you?
Well, you heard Andy's
Come on,
awesome
Arthur, I'll give it to you.
singing career.
Want me to do it one more time? Yeah, let's do it. All right. Girl, you get me tripping when I'm sipping on your kisses. Leave me twisted like a piston in an engine, and I'm going in. All right, yeah.
That was a lounge version of that.
I'm stomping all the greens, running all the reds. Girl, I can't get you out of my head. No way. No way. I got this stupid kind of crazy love. You get me high, baby, I don't mind. Come on and light me up. I got this stupid kind of crazy love. I'm losing my mind, baby, I don't mind. Come on and give it up. I just can't get enough. I just can't get enough. Here we go. Of this stupid kind of crazy love. Oh, stupid kind of crazy love. Ooh. All right, that's on Jeremy Bowman's new record right there. Y'all can look him up on Facebook and iTunes and what else? I mean, there's a lot of stuff out there.
Spotify and all those.
Yeah, all those, yeah.
Hey, you mentioned the song earlier, and it's been a while since I've heard it. Are you able to do E-I-E-I-O?
Gosh, I don't know if I can or not.
It's been a while since I heard it. It's a great little tune. It is country as country can be.
It is country. We're so country, our zip code's E-I-E-I-O.
A perfect song. If you can remember, play a little ditty if you
I'll
don't
do
mind.
a little bit of it, okay.
All right.
Just outside of Coffee County, half a mile from Fire Lake Landing, take that unkept dusty gravel road. Stomping grounds of redneck fashion, dot on the map where I call heaven, where the catfish bite and that Lynchburg whiskey flow. We still fly the stars and bars, great sweet tea from the Mesa jar. And if you're looking for a good time, then y'all come. Hey now, out in the sticks with the chiggers and the chicks. Hey now, don't blink your eyes, cause you just might miss 847 people or so. We're so country, our zip code is E-I-E-I-O.
You don't hear a song a lot with chiggers in it. It's just a cool little tune. Now, has somebody cut that? Has somebody got that?
Jim Brown cut it.
Did he?
They're going to be shooting a video at the Jiffy Burger.
Oh, that's the one?
Shows how much attention you were paying.
Well, I didn't know it was this one. I heard he was shooting at the Jiffy Burger. I just started thinking of seasoned battered fries.
Oh, yeah. Still lick a stamp, send a letter. Farmer Lauren, well, he's a mayor guy, one cop car that never gets no use. Well, a big time day is a Jiffy Burger, then a fishing hole with a pole and bobber, laying in the field counting stars underneath the moon.
He just throwing out teasers there, see?
Well, the taste of life is like a corn that grows real slow. Hey now, out in the sticks with the chiggers and the chicks. Something like that.
Something like that. So are you writing a lot every day, Charlie? Or,
yeah, I mean, I'm just going at it really hard.
Are you doing a lot of co-writing, though?
I am, yeah.
So is it a mixed batch of co-writers, or you got like 2 or 3 that you kind of, your mainstay you hang with? And
me and Johnny's been writing quite a bit. Quite a few new artists,
Okay.
That's on the roster. you know, there's so many out there. I mean, you're just writing so many songs a day, you know, like 3 a day sometimes. And
3 a day. 3 songs a day. I couldn't imagine. Some people don't write 3 songs a year. Yeah, and you're writing 3 a day.
That one, right?
Yeah, yeah. No, how many cuts have you had total?
I've had 21 cuts on radio.
Okay. That's not bad, huh?
Well, it was a lot of work, and it was, you know, with the right people, you know, and long road. I mean, radio tour, Walmart tours. I mean, there's a lot that went with it.
Now, you've been in the business quite a while. You've seen it in its heyday, you know, when it was just country music star after country music star was coming, gracing the halls of every venue, to now. What's the biggest change you see in music when you started as a young man to right now today? What's the biggest change in Nashville?
Well, I mean, this day and time, I mean, it's either getting drunk, falling off a truck, you know, or somebody's heart's broke, of course. And one of the best songs that most people can write, it's, you know, it's got to come from the heart. And,
right.
It's something that you recognize. It's a photographic memory. Like, I'll be driving down the road and something hit me, and I'll be running down, you know, holding my recorder, singing into it. Why? And those are the best, really. You know, writing with the newer writers this day and time, you know, it's a whole different story. Just a whole.
Are they just on the agenda to write so many certain songs? Do they have a different agenda than how the old style used to write?
Well, I mean, you got to dedicate yourself to what life is now,
right?
And how they think. And the younger generation, how they look at things compared to what we look at.
Right.
And what we've been through, they're just starting on the road.
They're looking at, you know, boxes versus tackle boxes.
And, you know, it used to be kids would go outside and play
That's my new song, by the way.
Swings and have a good time.
Right.
And, I mean, I've done a couple of schools, and the funniest thing was I was in North Dakota, and you was with me. And I asked the kids, I said, does anybody know where milk comes from? And the kids said, yes, Walmart.
Yeah.
I said, what?
These are country kids. These were young country kids.
You know? And I was like, okay, Walmart. That works. All right. But anyway, just we dug a little deeper, and we got the kids up to sing, and they were singing different songs and stuff like that. And that's how I'm writing these days, are more up, you know, have fun, let's live, you know. Which I used to love to write ballads. That's where it's at, where I'm at, really. But this day and time, we do pretty much what the artist asks. He'll ask, you know, he'll have a hook, and we'll walk in and we'll start writing, and I'll come up with a melody or a hook or some words, and we run with it.
That's cool. It's neat that's still alive in Nashville. Just a different process than how it used to be, but it's cool. And there's a lot of great young writers up there.
There really is, and if you're writing with a star, I mean, you really got to be on your game. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I mean, you really, once you get that hook and he's ready to go, you got to be ready to go.
No, they crank out from the time you had the finished process of the song. From you to push it or plug it or write with the artist, how long is it before it's on, so to speak, vinyl on the airwaves?
Well, you know, there's a lot to that. The producer.
Used to be months, but.
Yes, and the record company, and I've had one song cut 10 different ways. And that's one of the funniest things that you ever recognize as an artist and a songwriter, to hear somebody totally take in a different direction than what you had it.
Right.
And it's really cool, don't get me wrong. But it really showed me a lot as a songwriter, and learning from a great producer that had that knowledge.
Well, I think it's funny to touch on that. a good friend of the show, Patsy Trigg, who Randy Brooks wrote the song "Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer," but he wrote it kind of in a style of Merle Haggard. He actually took a couple of 2-3 songs, kind of meshed them, and wrote a song based off of a Merle Haggard's tune about killing off grandmother during a holiday, and came up with "Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer." But when he ended up, letting Patsy and her husband at the time run with the song, when he first heard it on the radio, he thought, well, that's nothing how I had it envisioned. He goes, but 6 weeks later, when the royalty check started rolling in, he was like,
it didn't matter.
That's exactly how he wanted it.
That's exactly
But
right.
it wasn't anything close to how he written up in the first place. But it's just kind of wild how all those things changed. Everybody has a different interpretation. Clapton redoes, Bob Marley. Bob Marley does reggae. Clapton does, rock and blues. But I thought Clapton's version of "I Shot the Sheriff" was better than Bob Marley. Now I know there's people in Jamaica shutting me off air right now, but I love that. It's just a different version.
Well, it's just a different look of music, the way that producers and writers, like, we can walk in and just have a hook and go straight at it. And then other times we just sit there and beat ourselves to death, and it's like, oh, man, this is not working. We need to do something different.
Well, and I know you're well versed in all kinds of different music. Throw country music to the side for a minute. What other bands do you like to listen to?
I love the Eagles.
The Eagles.
I mean, if you listen to the Eagles, it's a picture.
Mm-hmm.
And there's every song has a great story, a great lead up. They lead you out there, and then they reel you back in.
Yeah, every song is a video. Every song is a movie. You can see it. Well, a lot of your songs are like that. A Grandpa's Recipe, it's a video. I can see it. Your song you're talking about, E-I-E-I-O, it's a video.
I wrote some crazy stuff, and I've wrote some great stuff. Ballad is my heart. That's where the pen works.
What's your favorite song you ever penned out?
Well, let's see. I was playing around with the song, and I wanted a George Jones song really bad, and I had the opportunity to work with Georgette Jones, and
yes.
So we were in Ireland, and I kind of come up with this. I called her on the phone, said I think we need to talk. It sounds like something's wrong. I said maybe, probably, could be. Mostly all my fault. I haven't been the man that you needed me to be. I wouldn't blame you if you wanted to leave. You've got that right. I was wrong. Just a moment of weakness brought all this on. That's kind of how it started.
Yeah. Rebecca's very mad at you for stopping.
But, and then it turned into be something totally different afterwards. So, I love the song. I love singing it live, and it's just something, when they come alive.
Yeah. Well, I think it's kind of funny that if you go back and look at like a lot of bands, and let's go to the hard rock era, because again, this is where I kind of had my hey say. People like Journey and Styx and Alice Cooper and Rush and all these big bands that are known for their drive and their power. Their biggest hits were ballads.
I'm telling you. And they wasn't no Pro Tools.
Yeah.
And they went in there and sang it, and that was the end of it,
Well, look at Aerosmith. Aerosmith all through their early days was, Sweet Emotion and Walk This Way.
Can you imagine singing that every night, 10 shows a week?
Yeah.
Can you imagine it?
But during the 80s, all their stuff was ballads. Chicago, all their stuff was, the big hits were ballads. And again, I like the driving force stuff, but the big hits seem to ring with the people in the world. You know, I mean, when Journey comes out and sings "Faithfully" or "Open Arms," people just melt.
That's exact. Yeah,
And
that's a true statement. But he felt that. That was his heart reaching out to the people.
And Foreigner, I mean, Foreigner had a string of hits, but as soon as they came out, you know, with their ballad stuff, man, it's just like it launched him. Alice Cooper, we talk about Alice Cooper. He's a freak, and when they first came out, of course, they were a troupe. Not much. It wasn't Alice Cooper as you think of. Alice was Vincent, you know, today, but Alice was a group of people, and when the group broke up, one man took over the name of Alice Cooper, and that's where they're at today. But you know, it wasn't until like Only Women Bleed. What was that other one? There was another really slow one. Kind of cemented him in rock and roll history. You know, and he had Schools Out and all those big hits, but it was the soft ballad stuff kind of made Alice Cooper kind of famous on the Billboard charts to the world, not just to us rock and rollers that liked his early stuff. Again, you talked about Journey. I'm going to tell you, you know, Stone in Love or some of those big hits, you know, but the people, they're going to say Open Arms or Faithfully or any of those ballad ones are big deals. And that's where your heart lies at.
I love writing ballads. I love it, you know, when my heart actually comes alive.
Mm-hmm.
And I can feel it, you know, and it's a good feeling when you walk out the door and you say, wow, I just wrote a great song. Instead of, well, let's see, here's another one behind me, right?
Yeah.
But sometimes now I've wrote songs and I didn't think nothing about it. And I'd get a call and they'd go, hey, we're demoing this song tomorrow. You want to stop by? And I'd be like, what? What?
Yeah.
What song? Which one? You know, and
now, have you had a song that surprised you like that, where you just kind of wrote it thinking, that's a good song, and all of a sudden just people around just kind of went, you know, crazy over it?
Well, I mean, Stupid Kind of Crazy Love. I mean, that was just a fun, everybody get together and let's ride, let's have fun and enjoy it. And
you didn't expect it to do what it did?
No, but then after that, I walk out of the room and it's like, wait a minute, let me hear that again. So Johnny calls me and he goes, Charlie says, we're going to demo that song. And I said, what? He goes, yeah. So I heard it and I was like, wow, man, that is great.
Yeah.
You know, and what he did with that song was incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, brought me to life and I was like, holy, you know, I really enjoyed it very much.
Now, what about the opposite, though? Did you ever have a song you're going, oh, man, this has got it all over, you know?
I walk in, I got to start playing. Well, we got 3, maybe 40 seconds at the most of the time. You walk into a record company or a publisher, you know, and they'll let me hear what you got, you know, and I think it's great. And then I'll get spanked and walk out the door. That's all right. I'll just come back with another one, though.
But that's the thing, though. You just got to have the toughness to go back.
It is, and you got to keep swinging. You know?
It's not for the weak, this business. It's not for the weak.
No, and a lot of people, you know, I listen to a lot of songs, and they'll ask me, say, what do you think about this? You know, what do you think about that? And I'll go, oh, yeah, that's a very good start. But what about this?
Yeah.
And they would go, oh, I never thought of that. Okay. But, you know, and then we just a whole different world.
That's cool. Now, do you have stuff on vinyl? Have you ever had anything released
I have not. I apologize about that.
Well, you got to get caught up, man. We can start playing you on the vinyl show. So.
Oh, you got a vinyl show now?
Oh, we do. Yeah, we've been doing vinyl shows for 4 or 5 years. So we've been doing that for quite a while. So, and Jason had his birthday, and Rebecca got him a vinyl mat, or not a vinyl mat, but a player mat. You know, so from Third Man Records. Some of our new friends in the business, the Third Man Records up there.
That is so cool.
So if you're anywhere out and about and you're looking for cool vinyl, you know, in the Nashville area, you know, I'll tell you Third Man Records or Ernest Tubb Record Shop, either or. If you're country, you want to swing to one. If you're into alternative and rock or some just really cool original stuff, run over to Third Man Records. They'll both take care of you. The key is just go get some vinyl. Vinyl is back and it's hot again. So, Charlie, if you get another opportunity to cut one of these tunes, cut a full album, you got to get an album out there where it's got vinyl. I could see vinyl. I could see you with a nice.
I never thought of that. I'm gonna have to get on that.
Play the next Jason Adams hit.
Oh, yeah, if I can remember it. I keep thinking about the Doug Stone thing, but I forgot about that one, too. That's it.
Jason's trying to remember it himself.
As they're pouring out the whiskey, she's pouring out her heart to me. I know he must have hurt you as bad as he hurt me. Line him up, bartender, and we'll drink him down. Could you make this one a double? When you bring this round, I'll race you to the bottom of the glass. Tonight we're drowning no memories, trying to forget the past. I light me another cigarette, even though I'd like to quit. Bartender, could you top us off? It ain't working yet. Drink 'em if you got 'em. I'll race you to the bottom.
That's going on your next album. Is that correct, Jason? Jason's without a mic. We got to mic it up in front of Charlie's guitar, but that's on your next vinyl piece coming up, right? Yeah. So you got a Charlie cut. You're going to have a Tommy Barnes cut, several more. So a lot of your cuts to follow. So.
Oh yeah, along with an Andy Parton cut.
Oh, we got an Andy Parton cut on there too. She does. You were here last time when they sang that, and you and I shared the same grimace. I know we got that on air too, I think. So, so I guess the next big thing is, you got all your stuff booked up in on your Facebook page or a website that people can find out where they're at in Florida, or
yeah, I mean, I don't say a lot about it on Facebook usually. I just kind of keep it quiet till I know we're going to be there, and then I'll blast it out.
Right. So. Now, do you have a website for people to follow too, or you just mainly do the Facebook thing now?
Yeah, we got Charlie Allen, Greater Songs, Charlie Allen at AOL.com.
Are you still doing the publishing company?
And we're still doing the You Tell Me is the name of the publishing.
Okay, that's what we're asking, Charlie. What's the name of the?
I didn't know what you was talking about there for a minute. My mind just went. It went away.
Also, to turn into an Abbott Costello bit there.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, You Tell Me Publishing, I bet you I've wrote probably 200 songs in that catalog. And there's some pretty daggone good ones in there.
Cool. Let's bust out another tune here real quick before we have to call it a day.
I'll do a song here that's really cool.
Okay.
It's called When You Pray. Me and Tony Stampley wrote this song.
All right. How's Tony doing, by the way?
Well, he's doing good. His sister's been really sick.
Oh, okay. Well, tell him we're thinking about him.
I will. When you got a problem, take it to the man upstairs. You know he always listens. Don't you know how much he cares about us all? No problem too big or too small. When you're hurting, he can take the pain away. When you pray, there's nothing he can't handle. There's nothing he don't see.
all you gotta do is have faith and believe, and mountains move. Jesus loves me, yes, I know it's true. When you're hurting, He can take the pain away. When you pray, when you pray, heaven seems a little closer night or day. You can always turn it over to the good Lord up above. God sends His love when you pray. When you pray, heaven seems a little closer night or day. You can always turn it over to the good Lord up above. He sends His love when we pray. When we pray. When you pray.
Da-da-da-da-da-da. All good. Now, Charlie, do you do any of the social media other than Facebook? Are you on Twitter or Instagram or any of that stuff?
Oh, yeah, all that stuff, but I didn't mention that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So is it under Charlie Allen or Charlie Allen Music? Do you know?
Charlie Allen Music.
Charlie Allen Music, and that's Allen. So I know there's multiple ways to spell Allen. So I think it was a cool time. Charlie and I went to Nashville. I'm going to tell a little story about you.
Hold on a minute. Let me grab my phone. Somebody keeps knocking me out over here.
Oh, that's okay. But Charlie and I, we went to Nashville, and I think it was for Tin Pan South, I think.
Man, we done all kind of crazy stuff.
Yeah, and we're up there, and we walk in to, I can't remember the name of the venue, but it was right off of, like, 2nd and Broadway, South Broad down there. And when we walked in, like, people flocked to get their pictures made with Charlie. Well, there was a couple of people from American Idol that was there.
Yeah.
People that were on TV that were American Idol contestants that ran to Charlie to get their picture made. And I'm like, American Idol people are flocking to Charlie. So I thought that was pretty cool. And Charlie had the scarf on. He was Nashville Charlie.
Oh, yeah.
He just converted from Manchester Charlie, which, we all know him as Manchester Charlie. And he goes up to Nashville, and he flips the switch, and it becomes Nashville Charlie. And so he walked in as Nashville Charlie, and it was just hilarious. And Charlie, not because you're a good friend of mine there, but, everyone was there trying to share their wares, showing how good a singer-songwriters they were. And I honestly thought that Charlie was the best of the whole group. Everyone that performed there while we were there, I thought Charlie was head and shoulders over top of all those artists. And
I appreciate
that. Did a great job. But then we went over to the convention center, and again, Charlie's meeting big dogs left and right. And it was just, I was tickled to death to be there. Thank you for taking me up there and getting to hang.
Again, it's like, I'll share something with you. I was in Manhattan, and me being a country boy, and I felt like McLeod at first going into Manhattan. I had no clue where I was going.
Right.
And so I was going to KMA Studios.
Mm-hmm.
So there was a guy that we know, Jay-Z,
mm-hmm.
and some other names. And I was invited to go in and sing. Oh, man, sorry about that.
Mic down, mic down.
I was invited to come in and sing a couple songs. So the guy said, sit down over there and play me what you got. I said, what'd you say? He said, you heard what I said. I said, you take this place and you stick it.
Yeah.
I grabbed my guitar, and I'll never forget, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer was
up, the guy, the publishing company also that
Mhm.
wrote. And so I'm out in the hallway, and I'm telling Diane, I want to go. And she goes, no, Charlie. She said, that's the way they talk to people. I was like, well, they ain't going to talk to me that way. So he come out in the hallway. He said, I want to apologize to you. And I said, apology accepted. But I said, that's no way to talk to anybody, period. I don't care who you are, how big a star you are. You won't talk to me that way. And so I went back in, and quite a few artists was there. Beyonce. So I
Did she ask about me by chance while you were there? How's your buddy Mark doing? I haven't talked to him in a while.
I was in a whole different world there. So
yeah.
They go, well, we want to break into the country music.
Jay-Z wanted to break into the country music?
Well, the artist that they had. So
okay.
I'm sitting down at a piano, and I'm like, okay, what do you got? And I had wrote a song. It was really cool. And he flipped out and said, wow, man, what else have you wrote? So I just kept singing. He said, well, I got 3 artists. So before I knew it, I was in there writing 3 days straight, nonstop. And it was the craziest thing I ever went through.
Can you imagine the rap version of I'm So Country, my zip code is EIEIO? No, Jay-Z would go triple platinum with that. If he walked out there.
So quite a few artists, and then I started working quite a bit in Manhattan. And let's see, I think it was, I can't remember. You know how Diane was.
Right.
Well, one day we were in Manhattan, and we were going somewhere to a studio. I don't remember where it was, and it was hip-hop, and it was, I think, Jennifer Lopez.
Okay.
And it was a private alley. Mark, I went down that alley, and I thought I was going to lose my life. And it scared me half to death. And I couldn't wait to get to that studio. But at the same time, it turned out to be a great trip, But being in Manhattan, me being a country boy, wearing a cowboy hat, you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah.
It was the craziest thing.
Isn't the only guy that does that's that naked cowboy guy that's been famous there? There's the red, white, and blue thing in New York, I think. Yeah, I can see why you think you're McLeod.
Yeah. So it was cool, and a lot of great things happened up there.
That's cool. Now, do you get back to New York and that neck of the woods much at all?
I'm getting ready to go back, yeah.
I know you were on the East Coast quite a bit 3 or 4 years ago and doing stuff with some of the bigger bands out there and hanging out with those. Tell Beyonce Jason says hi. She'll want her tires rotated again soon, I'm sure.
I'll never forget, though. I had Lopez as producers at the house, and the windows, the boom from it, my windows was doing this. They was breathing. And it was, ungodly what we wrote. And then we went to Nashville, and we kept losing tracks constantly. We didn't know, but there was a tornado going on outside. And we were inside that bebopping, And I walk outside, and it looked like spears going in the ground. Like somebody was throwing spears in the ground. I was like, oh, Lord. So we shut it down real fast and kind of waited. But we wrote a killer song. A lot of great songs.
That's cool. Now, do you do any more with any of the hip-hop or rap artists up there, do you?
I do.
Still mixing with that? I just can't see Charlie sitting down going, yeah, here's for all my homies. And
you'd be surprised what old Charlie can do when he
wants. Yeah. No, I seen what old Charlie can do. It just cracks me up with what it's not everything everyone thinks it is. It encompasses a lot of different stuff. You're writing stuff for hip-hop artists and country artists and pop artists and
gospel artists.
Yep, and gospel, doing ballads. And Jason says no artists. Here's your big break coming, Jason. Your big break.
You got a record coming out, man.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Yep, that'd be great.
A lot of people don't get that,
See, it'd be nice if we come out on vinyl. See, you got to get another GoFundMe account just to get the vinyl.
Cut the next album and then do a greatest hits of both albums combined.
And the greatest hit, that's going to be vinyl?
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
But I'll tell you, when I was signed, with Park and CBS and Perlman and all, the Backstreet Boys and NSYNC and all them, you know, we hung out and they called me the hillbilly.
I'm shocked. No.
And we had such a great time. I mean, and Dexter Redding, you know, that's where I really learned my heart, you know, Otis Redding's son. And we had such great times, you know, just, and it was wild what he come up with. Unbelievable. And
Now, does he sing like his dad?
Oh, he's bad.
Really?
He can really hit.
I think you almost didn't have Otis because he was a roadie. He was a nobody. He showed up hauling gear in for the band to record, sat outside and was singing, waiting for the band to get done recording. And somebody heard him and said, "Man, you need to get in there and starting to record." He's like, "Well, I'm not part of the band. I'm just the roadie." And they were like going, "Well, you're better than the whole band." So that's kind of how he kind of got his start. And you think of Otis Redding, you know, I mean, how do you, you know, that almost was a tragedy not to have him for what short period of time we did. You know, we didn't have him very long, but that voice.
I'll tell you what, you know, Dexter called me up and he goes, "Charlie," he said, "I want you to come to Georgia." And I said, so I had no clue where I was going. And right beside me in the kid's house was Otis Redding's house. And the mother treated me like gold. And the grandmother, they had a shoe store. And I don't know if they still got it or not. But we sat there and we wrote song after song. Unbelievable.
Huh. Yeah, Otis lost his life about an hour from my house where I was born and raised.
Wow.
Right there, one of the lakes of Wisconsin in the wintertime. It's a bad place to be flying small planes that time of the year. But, yeah, Otis was – matter of fact, there's a recording studio that I used to record out of when I was doing session work in Wisconsin that literally when you walk out the front door, you can see the lake where it was at. And that just kind of gave me the heebie-jeebies. It's kind of, wow, you know, one of the greats. You know, that's their last spot was right there. So almost didn't have Otis. Like you say, if it wasn't someone just walk out at the right time and heard him sing, we might not have ever had.
You just never know. You really don't.
I mean, there's several great ones that's been discovered like that, you know.
And a lot of people, I mean, some of the best just keep their mouth shut, and you have no clue what they can do until.
I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you one right now. And I can't remember her last name, but her first name is Marnie out of Beloit, Wisconsin. I don't know if I ever heard a woman sing that strong, that powerful. I mean, Patsy Cline to the second power. I mean, strong. And she just sings for church. That's all she wants to do. She's a realtor, a real estate agent, very successful one. Loves to sing, but sings gospel songs, and that's all she ever wanted to do was just sing in church.
Well,
and there's a million of
singing
those.
for God. I mean, you
There's
can't get no better
those.
than that, no higher than that. But
and we got her recorded. I'm actually on some music with her that when you hear it gives me goosebumps to go back. Man, that was 50 years ago, and hear her sing like that. I'm going. It gives me goosebumps. Just the talent that's out there that people will never see, never hear.
You never know.
And that aggravates me when I see people that come into the business that have great talent and just don't use it. So he's about ready to walk off with your guitar.
This guitar got a lot of history.
50 years ago, that was your middle age.
Yeah, I was middle-aged back then. And Jason, you're about ready to get killed on air.
Y'all sound like you sick. I hope I don't get sick.
Yeah, we're all kind of just coming off of this. So we got time for one more song. Let's go ahead and play this one, and then we'll call it a night.
Trying to think of one to do here. Let me look at my phone. I got a couple of new songs.
And while Charlie's looking at that, again, make sure you go to Charlie's page and make sure you like and share his page. And we want to tell everyone to like it and share it. Make sure you get the word out there, the internet radio. We're out there trying to show people the up-and-comers and the people like Charlie who's been around the block a few times, but it's still just kicking out great new music. So, Charlie, we'll let you go with this song.
trying to think of something really cool that's got a great picture to it. Yeah, this is a really cool song. You know, I might have done this last time, but I love this song. I think it's going to be a big cut for somebody. But
okay,
it's all about, you know, sometimes they talk about how a man takes a bullet. A woman can take a bullet just as well. And this song me and Johnny wrote. She was all 5'1", one proud American, coming home in just 1 month. 2 babies waiting on their mom. Deployed back in 010 in the mountains of Afghanistan. She was counting down the days, playing Barbie in soccer games. She was just a baby fighting for our country, but in the line of fire, her duty took her higher. She flew home late that night, all wrapped up in stars and stripes. She was more than just a mother, an angel saving brother. She prayed every single night, Lord, keep me brave as I fight. If I die before I wake, I pray, my Lord, my soul to take. Lilies in a field of hell, amazing grace, that grenade she fell. Dust flew down and she was gone. She lost her life on that mountain. But she was just a baby fighting for our country, but in the line of fire, her duty took her higher. She flew home late that night, all wrapped up in stars and stripes. She was more than just a mother, an angel saving brother. An angel saving brother. Daddy dropped down to his knees as they lowered her in the ground. You could see a tear fall down his cheek as they played them trumpet sounds. Well, she was just a baby fighting for our country, but in the line of fire, her duty took her higher. She flew home late that night, all wrapped up in stars and stripes. She was more than just a mother, she was an angel saving brother. An angel saving brother. Thank y'all very much. God bless you. Thank you for having me.
Well, thank you, Charlie, for being part of the show again. Look forward to seeing some great stuff coming out of, well, you're all over everywhere, but coming out of all different parts of the country, and hopefully we get to see you perform up here in Nashville sometime soon.
Man, I hope so too. Yeah, I want you to. We'll jam. I wish I could go back to the old days when we used to jam.
Well, we got to find a place to do that, and we'll jam.
I know, right?
There are not too many places like that. I missed the Last Chance Saloon and our Thursday night jam nights because we had people like you and man, just a ton of great players come out.
Great players, yeah.
Playing all kinds of country stuff. But I enjoyed the parts where you were just making up songs as we just went along.
I love doing that. I mean, that's my thing.
Yeah, Charlie just holler out someone, give me a line, and Charlie would take the line, and we'd have a song. He'd put a song together right there on the stage. So, but yeah, if we could ever find a place to jam, I'd love to sit and jam with you sometime. And kick off the dust again. It'll be some fun.
All right. Thank you so much. I can't thank you enough. For
Well,
all you
thank
guys,
you, Charlie.
ladies, and also, I want you to know I do have a new single coming out, and it's called "I Love What You Do to Me," and we're getting ready to shoot the video probably in the next month.
Okay. Well, keep us posted on all of that, and we'll want to get that stuff on the radio. So we definitely want to push as much as we can with you. And again, we appreciate you that you're part of our family. You've been part of our family for 10 years now. So
I wrote that song in the back of the building that night with Stan Allen and James Bell.
Oh, in the back of the old Family Music Center?
Right.
Yeah, the old room number 5 or 6.
I'll never forget that. Yeah, that's
yeah. Well, that's cool. Well, Charlie, we wish you the best of luck. And again, our paths will cross here soon. You never know. We might be eating a Jiffy Burger when the video team comes walking in.
Let's do it.
So you take care. We will see you soon. Again, for everybody involved, I want to thank Brian down there at Pulaski at IT Guru Central. Thank you, Brian, for putting everything on air tonight and making it go well. We want to thank Velva Presley, who's back from the dead from her bad cold that she had. She was rough. Bless her heart. I felt bad for her. The one and the only accurate Andy Storm for his the pre-show, which we could have sold tickets to, and Brian recorded it, so I'm anxious to hear that down the road. We got the one and the only hit with the heartthrob. Thank you, Jason. And again, I am Mark, your DJ Doctor. With that, we want to thank everybody. Until the next Midnight Madness show, y'all take care.